was not promised to me. Lord, I thank you for my health and strength and
Hey, good evening, family. This is Keaton Bibles from God Sent Music Podcast. I'm the creator and the founder. Before we get started, if you haven't yet, go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like, follow, and subscribe to my page. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button. Leave a comment in the comment section. Anything you think I can do better to make my podcast better, please let me know. I'm willing to grow as we go along, and I'm willing to take any criticism from anybody to make it grow. But right now, we got a special guest with us. I don't want to say I've been watching her since I was younger because I don't want to say she's old. But I've been watching her since I was a young boy. And I remember back when Heaven 97 was here, and I call in about 80 times. I want to hear Miracle and Blessing. I want to hear Miracle and Blessing. I want to hear Miracle and Blessing. I
Oh
got
my.
with us today, Miss Gaye Arbuckle.
Hey everybody.
How you doing today?
I am great today. Thank
Hey, before we even get started,
you.
let me say thank you. I really appreciate you taking time out your busy schedule to sit and talk with somebody like me.
Oh no. You somebody. I am pretty. I am strong. I can't think of what they said in the movie, but yeah, we'll take it. No, thank you for asking me and thank you for being patient. Yeah.
Hey, no problem. Tell everybody where you from, and well, we already know she Miss Gaye Arbuckle, but tell everybody where you from.
Well, I am Gaye Arbuckle. I am from Dallas, Texas. I went to school at Carter High School. Atwell, Maynard Jackson. Some people out there probably familiar. There you go. And
I
born
went to
and
Carter.
you went to Carter too?
Yes, high five.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And right, DWC. Who you rooting for? I was
Yes,
there, and yeah, so far. This is my home. I thought about moving at one point, then I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do, if God wanted me to do that. So far I'm here.
because you also went to Perry too, right?
I did, yeah, PVU. I did. And you know
PVU.
what? I went to right. I went. Did you go there?
No, I had people that I worked with that knew you, and they said they went
Okay.
to college with you at PVU.
Okay. Yeah. It was a great experience. I just went to homecoming. Was it this year or last? Probably last year. I hadn't been to homecoming in years. It's like, Gay, you here? I was like, I made it, y'all. I made it.
So we're gonna ask how many times did they ask you to sing at homecoming?
They didn't.
What?
No, they didn't ask me. I don't know if
Oh,
it was so crowded though. It
okay.
was super duper crowded. So it was kind of hard to even know who all was there unless you did a whole lot of moving around. So I did move around, but not a lot.
Okay. So we all know you're a great singer. Great
Oh,
don't even describe who you are because you had sung for some of everybody in the state of Texas, in the South, in the North. I look on YouTube, you in Atlanta singing, you in Baltimore singing. So I'm going to ask you the question: how did you begin singing like you do?
well, my mom, we of course we grew up in church. I'm from a Baptist background. And so she was like the head musician. Now they're called Minister Musics, or they have different names now. So me and my siblings, we did not have a choice. We had to go to church.
Mm,
And because my mom was a singer and a musician, because a lot of people don't know that I am a musician, I also play. So they just kind of caught me when I started singing. But my mom, I did my first concert when I was maybe 15 or 16. And I was so shy, very quiet, introverted. I'm all that. And my mother would just put me up to sing. And after a while, I realized I really kind of like this. So I used to listen to people like Bette Midler,
yeah.
um, and listen to wow, she's gonna come up again. But I used to listen to music like that all the time. You know, Shalimar back in the day, the Emotions. Uh, it was just it's just I love singing. I just didn't realize it would take me to this point. I wanted it, but I guess younger I couldn't see it.
Because you have a extremely background to growing up in music, so it was just put in you from just growing up with your mother, huh?
Yeah. My dad, rest his soul, he sung too, you know. So you just have it. My oldest brother sings, my youngest brother doesn't, but it's one of the things I just took on, and here I am today.
So did you know it would open up doors like it had for you? Because you had songs in front of presidents, governors, elite of the black churches in America. Did you know it opened up doors like it
You
had?
know what? I did not. I wanted it to, you know, I really did want it to. And let me tell you about that, singing in front of three presidents, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
Thank
three.
you.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, so you think
Sorry.
about President Obama, the president now, Biden, and then Bush. They were all on stage together.
Oh,
I
wow.
know. So I had prayed a prayer. I was sitting in my office one day and I said, Lord, I really want to sing for the president. I really would. And so it was right at the end when he was just about to get it for the second time around. And I went, oh, there's a chance. And I would look online and he would have these big galas and stuff at the White House. I thought I was going to be going there, but the Lord brought him to Dallas. And so we were at the EK Bailey conference, and my pastor called and he was like, hey, Gaye, they want the choir to come sing because the president is coming. So they want a multicultural choir. So you can only have a certain amount of people in your choir to go. And I thought, okay, we get to rehearsal and we're going over the music. And so the Lord, I was backing out of my garage. I will never forget that. And the Lord said, you asked me to sing in front of the president, and I
Wow.
brought him here. Now, unfortunately, it was a moment because those officers got killed.
Yes.
You know, I didn't know that was it. But for me to even, I'm sorry, for me to stop. I need to cut you off. For me to be to even have that opportunity is like a dream come true. And I'm gonna say this to anybody who have had dreams that have thought about, you know what, I want to do this, but decided they stopped dreaming. Don't stop. You are never too old. You're never too slow. God's timing it's not always our timing, but you got to stick to it. Those were things that I just thought, I want to do that. And it happened.
Wow. And that is so true. I remember I always wanted to go back to school and get my college degree. I just
Uh-huh.
always thought college wasn't for me. So when
Mhm.
I left high school, college was
Okay.
never in my dream. But I went back and finished and graduated last year. And some people might be like,
Good.
oh, yes. And they'd be like at 45, but I'm like, that was always my dream of mine was
Yeah.
to get my college degree, and I did it.
Now that's good. Let me see, just like that. People don't realize, they think, oh well, my time is up. I'm 35 or I'm 42, you know, and it's like, no, because God has time. We don't. Time is in his
Exactly.
hand. So I'm telling everybody, do not, and congratulations to you that you didn't stop. You could have given up and then you be on your deathbed going, God, I sure wish I had went to school.
So true. So true. I had a math class that was kicking my behind. I was like, you know what? I'm cool. One class graduated, but they was like, you're gonna be on your deathbed wishing you would have took that math class and graduated.
That's so true. People don't understand that. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop, you know, even if you only have two people that you service, you're a hairstylist, if you want to open up a business for jewelry, if you somebody want to buy it,
Yes.
somebody want to come get their hair done. Somebody wants you to come clean the house. Maybe you clean houses like the most. People need their house clean. You just never know. I'm
That's
telling
true. Oh,
I'm a
she preaching. She gave us a word today. Oh. Look at
I, I
her.
just believe. I just believe. And then there's some things that it may take a little while. It may not be now, but again, keep standing on it. Just keep believing. And then have people around you that believe in you too. Because you could be believing something and people going, girl, give up on that and go ahead and do something else. You're not the one in my life right about now.
That is so true. Oh, Gay, I'm
Yeah.
still, excuse me, I'm still in awe because I can't believe I'm talking to the Gaye Arbuckle. I
Oh my.
watched, I grew up watching you, so that this present of talking to you now, man, I can't even explain it.
Mm. Well, you know what? I'm just like you. I cut if you bleed. I'm honored that you'd say that. I pray that my life is an example that will inspire people to love God, to treat people fairly, live in integrity, all of that. And because sometimes when we see people from afar and we get a chance to meet them, sometimes we can be disappointed.
Yes,
And so
yes.
I never want to be that. I pray that what I have done in my life, that people may not ever get a chance to say anything to me, that they moved on and went, you know what? I remember her and I thank God for her life, her ministry, because it helped me to grow. I don't know what I said half the time. I just sometimes be talking,
Because
but
actually,
I'm
this is my,
grateful.
and that's true. This not my first time meeting you. The first time I met you face to face, you was walking through my church, and you looked
Huh.
lost. Full Gospel Holy Temple, and
Oh wow.
and I just started speaking to you, and you was so nice and so kind, and
Uh,
words can't even express how nice you was to us. You could easily be like, you know who I am, what my position is, so I can practice. But you was so nice to us.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I always think something bad gonna happen to me or something bad's gonna happen to my kids because I'm doing the crazy.
I don't believe that. You seem like you not that type. You seem like that conservative type that this introvert.
I am. You guessed it just right.
Yeah, yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. So
Yeah.
when you got into going professional as far as writing songs, man, did you what led to that? Did you just wake up one day, oh, I'm going professional? You had to pray and seek before God and had to think about it.
Now my dream was to always to be a singer. And I'll be full transparent with you. I went through a season of the self-esteem, comparing.
Yeah.
I wasn't better, I wasn't good, and my voice was like so different than so many people, and I thought I needed to sound like them. And that's for anybody out there that feels like yours is less than. And then I felt like when people got up to sing, if they wasn't standing, you ain't doing nothing.
Mm,
If you sitting down, it's like, eh, same man, get off. And so I went through that, and I think that was the stop. And it's not always the enemy, it's the inner me that I felt like I wasn't good enough, or I was okay, or I did all right. I could push everybody else, but instead of pushing me, it's like, why would I not do that? That doesn't even make sense, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
So I kept singing, kept doing different programs. My mother at the time, she was my manager, and of course she thought I could really sing. And I'm like, Mama, you're probably the only one that think I can. Quit telling them that. But she would put me on programs. She would call the radio station and say, my daughter sings. I mean, that's how bold she was when it came to me. And I knew I could do it, but I still struggled with that. Will they like me? Will they accept me? Is this good? And then it led from one to the other. And my whole philosophy even now is I just want to do ministry.
There
And if
you
wherever
go.
ministry takes me, if it's outside the walls, because that's really where ministry is. You got to compel the people to come. So if it's not always inside the church and the Lord wants to take me somewhere else, I want to be a vessel for him. I want to be trusted. I want him to feel and to know this is my daughter. She's gonna stand up for me. And so I want godly confidence, you know. So I did, it kind of just happened. I think I did want to be a professional, but I didn't know how to do it. It just one day, ta-da, you know, you do this because I love what I do. And I just think if we can do the worldly stuff and do it excellent par none, we can do God like that.
Exactly. That is
Mhm.
so true. Um, you had several projects out, but I think your most famous one is Miracle and Blessing. And you
Yes,
said people to this day
it is.
still talk
Uh,
about it.
they do. They do. I'm thinking about pre-recording it again and just revise it because still everybody hadn't heard that song.
What?
Now, I don't think everybody's heard that song.
You
It's a whole
sure?
new, I think it's a whole new generation out there.
Oh wow. And
Think
I
about
think
it.
today in this time, I think that song will still minister like it did back. Cause what year did you put that out?
I want to say 97.
Wow.
Yeah, 97, 98, something like that.
It been that long?
It's been that long.
Wow.
It's been that long. Ain't that amazing?
That's amazing. And people to this
So
day
yeah.
still talk about it. And
Yeah,
it's
it's
2023.
there you go. And you know what? The real time, I do believe God said to do it when the pandemic hit. Think about the lyrics. Lord, I thank you for this day that
That's
was
it.
not promised to me. It's like people were dying in COVID, bodies everywhere. When I think about the things I want, not the things God knows I really need. We want what we want. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me. We go to God. We just like he's Santa Claus. Just give me this. It's like, but what are you offering up to? So yeah, I am thinking of pre-recording that again.
And I think that's what gospel music is missing. Not to talk about this generation of gospel artists, because we got some wonderful artists that are upcoming that are great, but lyrics and words like that, man. Sometimes I sit in my car at work and I'm just listening to it, and I'm like, man, and I'm like, it's taking me in. You know, it's just the words. And who wrote
Yeah,
that song?
I did.
Oh wow, okay,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. The Lord gave me the. It was actually a prayer.
okay.
My kids and I take them to school, and we'd always start out with, "Lord, thank you for this day that was not promised to me. Lord, we thank you," and then we branch off into our prayer. So that's how it always started out. And when the Lord gave me that, I was sitting at a table. I don't know if you've ever been here in a place like this before where you know this is God. It's a
Yes.
God moment. And the words and lyrics just started flowing. When I think about the thing, it just started coming. And I am super grateful that the Lord trusted me with that.
Oh wow. And
Mhm.
I watch you all the time on YouTube, and you travel and you go places and you singing in front of multicultural crowd. How do you
Yeah.
do that and still stay humble like you are? Because some people would have had your skills and they would have been like, you can't talk to me. I ain't doing no. I had one lady from TikTok I wanted to interview, and she wanted me to pay for an interview. And I'm like, come on, you a
Wow.
TikTok.
There are those.
You gonna make me pay for an interview? Yeah, but you got those like
Really?
this.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
how did you stay humble like you do?
Well, I gotta trust God. I want, like I said earlier, I want him to be able to trust me. And I don't want him to cut out no opportunities for me because there's still more people out there that need to hear God's word and need to be saved. And I want to be the vessel that God can use. And if I'm pompous, if I'm arrogant, if I'm that one that nobody can be honest with me, it's all in vain. And the other things I do, I keep my friends, my circle is very little when it comes to friends,
Yep.
very small, and they know they can be honest with me because I asked them. I want to know, and then I don't like hurting people's feelings. Am I perfect? Not at all. Have I done some things that's crazy? Yes, I have. But I don't want that to be the norm that every time I walk out or every time I'm somewhere, I'm treating people crazy. I don't ever want to be that. I think about my children, and I don't want them to even feel as if, well, she treats everybody else either nice, but then I treat them like crap. Or y'all see her on stage, she's one person, but then when she comes home, she's somebody else. So I just want to be used, and to be used, you got to stay low. You got to stay low.
Like I said, the time I met you the first time face to face, you were so nice to me. And I even walked off
Oh,
like, man, she's
amen.
nice. She's nice, but you don't get that from everybody.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's so true. And here's how I try to look at it too. Maybe I caught you at a bad time. I try to go there. I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe, this was the wrong time, or maybe they're in a hurry. I try to go there before I really go to the like, did you just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use it then. Maybe next time, because I'm a sound man at my church. So maybe next time somebody do something crazy, maybe they just having a bad.
Yeah, let them have that until because that may not be them. You may have caught them on a bad day,
Yeah, chew. Oh, you pouring
and
wisdom
then you
into
may have
me
caught them on a
today.
good day.
They just how they are. But I'm learning though when it come down to ministry, patience is the key. I gotta be patient.
Hmm.
Got it. When I was a musician for a while, and when I switched over to production, I realized patience is what you got to have. Got to have patience with folks.
You do, and because we put labels like, oh, and they say they go to church, but those are the same people who go to church who work at DART, work for DISD. They just happen to go to your church. The
Yes.
same people, it's just like us. We say we have those kind of days. So I'm like you. I have to understand that they just real people. You pinch them, it hurts. You cut them, they bleed.
True. But I can go all night with you on this interview. I mean, I wish I could because I'm actually enjoying myself. You
Oh,
are a
good.
fun, nice
Dude.
lady. We can continue this all night, but you like me. We have other things in our life we got to do. So
Yeah,
one thing I'm gonna ask you is, what would you tell an up and coming artist who wanted to come into the gospel industry? Because a lot of time I hear young folks like, "Oh, I could sing. I'm ready to break into them." And they think I'm gonna be the next Karen Clark or the next London Adam, and it just don't work like that. So if you can give anybody some advice, what would you say?
I think the first thing is to trust God. That's first. And if you're spending time with God and trusting Him, He'll be able to speak to you and let you know if this is the vein to go or if it's not the way to go. Um, and not to seek stardom. Sometimes it's overrated.
There
You
you
see
go.
some of these big stars, they can't go anywhere because they're bombarded. Think about Michael Jackson. You
Can't go
know,
nowhere.
and couldn't go nowhere, so it could be overrated, and you thinking that a lot of them, they dress nice, they looking, but some of them, they having hard times. They're real people too. So when you're not after God's heart and it's just you doing it, you're gonna miss the whole thing. But when you think about somebody who's going to get saved today, somebody needs a lifting, someone is hurting, someone needs a healing, and you go in with that, like, that's why I'm here. I hide behind the cross. One of the things I tell the praise team, I hide behind the cross. And then once he's done, I was like, okay, then I walk off. They don't
Yeah.
need to see me. I'm invisible. I'm like
Yes.
bewitched. I'm invisible. And let God go before us. So in all that, if you're trying to do a CD, if you're trying to get off in it, have a mentor, somebody who can speak into your life to kind of keep you grounded, because now everything is so like rush, rush, go, go. But I mean, really see God for direction.
Exactly. Because we live in the age of social media. So I see young folks put out videos and they like, hey, I got 1,000 likes in one day. I got 10,000 in a week. They mean God, but it don't work like they do it.
Oh, no. Everybody's walk with the Lord is different. Everybody's direction is different. Mine is not like yours, and yours is not like mine. So once I realize I need to stay in my lane and not keep looking over there to see if you finna pass me, I'll be all right.
And that's also how you had longevity, because though longevity in the gospel industry is greatly, it's very few that come out of Dallas that have longevity like you do.
I, I love God. I do. And I don't just say that. And I don't, it's not to be like, oh, she's so holy. Not that. It's just, I love God and I love God's people. And like I said, I'm not always perfect. But in this, it's like, even if I don't get all the awards and all of that, God recognizes me. And
Exactly.
although there's a place you'd be like, nah, I wouldn't mind it, grant me that. That wouldn't be bad, but if I don't, do I stop? Do I give up? Or if I don't get the chance to sit on the front row with all the VIPs, do I give up? It's like, yeah, you got to know who you are and you have to be authentic. Just be authentic.
Yes. And I believe that's why God let you last as long as you have. I never would have thought the day come that I'd be talking to you, especially in the podcast that I created about gospel music, about this talking to you. I would have never thought that.
Oh, well, the word said we have not because we ask not.
True. You know this ain't your last time coming on my podcast.
This ain't my last time.
No, we got to, because I'm having so much fun, which we got to do it again.
Oh,
but
great.
Before we leave, I'm gonna ask you. I ain't even gonna ask you what song to sing. I'm just gonna ask you to give me a portion of any song. I'm gonna let the Lord use you. Whatever He put on your heart.
You know what? I know what you wanted, but I feel this because of what your questions. Where He leads me, I will follow. Where He leads me, I will follow. Where God leads me, I will follow. I'll go with Him all the way. Hopefully that encourages.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Dude, and I'm not just saying this as I'm talking to you. You are one of my favorite gospel singers. You are. I have a group of female gospel singers I love. And they always be like, oh, she don't have the range like so and so. I don't care about ranges and runs and how high they can go. When you sing, I literally feel the anointing in your voice. And I love that. Man, this to sit and talk with a legend like you is great.
Well, you have encouraged me tonight, and you made it easy for me to talk to you. So this right here was all good. It felt good.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. You got anything coming up? Because I know you got a night with Gaye Arbuckle coming up at the Black Academy, right?
I do. It's going to be April 28th and 29th. It's a Friday and a Saturday night. And this is my third time. This is an encore. I'm so excited. And the tickets, I think, are like probably $10 or $15. So it's not a lot of money. Here's the thing. It starts at 9 p.m. at night. So go to sleep and then get back up. And it's going to be a worship night, both nights. A part of me just feels like the Lord is He may change all the direction of my songs. I just feel it. And the other thing is that I'm doing a talent search. So for those of you who would like to open up for me, send me your videos. It's a $35 processing fee, and those half of the portions of the funds are going to go to scholarships and to give back. So I would love to see what you got.
All right. Okay. Well, like I say, thank you. I appreciate you. You know I'm gonna post this, especially the singing part. They right there. I might watch that about 50 more times before I go to bed today. Will you leave me? I will follow.
That's it. Follow him today.
Yes. Well, that's it, family. Thank you for checking out Gossip Music Podcast. I love you, Gaye Arbuckle. I really
Look,
do.
thank you so much.
Thank you for taking out the time to speaking to nobody like me. I'm just a regular
Stop
YouTuber.
saying that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yes, I am somebody. Martin Luther King.
You right. You right. I
I
am.
know
I am.
somebody.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And see you later, family.
Lord, I thank you for this day that was not promised to me. Lord, I thank you for my health and strength and saving me one day. When I think about the things I want, not the things God knows I really need, there are miracles and blessings for me. We complain